We're back inside today where we're going to be talking about me being a grandmother. That's right. Most of you know that we lost our first grandchild, Lila, 2 weeks before her due date because she had the cord around her neck. So she suffocated in the womb. So if everybody remembers my quilt video and me making all those quilts for her and my mother and one to keep here at home for her. Now she's pregnant again, and she's about 3/4 of the way through her pregnancy. She's due in like 3 months, 2.5, 3 months. So I decided to go ahead and I'm going to make another quilt. But before we do that, I want to discuss a grandmother's kit. This is something that a grandmother, a grandfather, anybody along that line can make up an emergency kit, just in case the grandchild comes and stays here, okay? So come on, and I'm gonna take you into the Dollar General store. We're gonna go in there with my husband, Dr. John Pendleton, and we're going to discuss what you need at the Dollar General store, Walmart, places like that, that you can buy to keep in your emergency kit. So come on, and let's go shopping. Hi, we're in the Dollar General store today. We are filming a grandmother's newborn kit. This is for grandmothers or mothers, even grandpas and daddies out there who think that they need to put together like a little emergency kit, a little in case the baby gets sick and you're bringing your newborn home. You're thinking to yourself, what are these things do you need? I mean, do you need these gas relief drops? Just pat the baby until the baby gets all this out of their system. You really don't want to add anything to the baby that's really not necessary unless your doctor prescribes it. Other things you can use are the chest vapor rubs. These are just have a little bit of lavender oils and other things in it. Here we have the dropper balls and dropper kits, but you're better off buying a whole kit. And as far as thermometers go, you'll want to pay a little bit more money, and you want to get the thermometer that you put on the forehead right here. It's like a little L-shaped thermometer. We're going to show that to you over at Walmart. They have them there. But Dollar General doesn't seem to have them. What else did we get here? We got the nail care and the hair care system and the toothbrush and the little nail file and all of that in there. Changing diapers, you want to be sure and keep this in your diaper bag and one in your emergency kit. Diaper bag and emergency kit. Alright? The extra strength dustine. And that's for diaper rashes. And then you want to just keep a small travel kit of the baby lotions and another little thing of dustine right here. The Playtex Nurser, that's the burp-free style. This is really good. It's on the little angle and the air flows to the top. It's called Vent Air by Playtex. Always keep an emergency bottle around, just in case, trust me. And a little extra formula never hurt either. And we never bought the powdered formula because everybody I know, their babies were really colicky on powdered formula. And I will tell you this, when the powdered formula was first made, it was made for the foreign countries. It was made for a cheaper route. And that's how we shipped it over the foreign countries, because it wouldn't last shipping it over in the liquids, because those had, born on dates on it. So now what we do is we just use liquid formula, and you'll find that if your baby's really colicky, switch to liquid formula. If you're not nursing, of course, nursing is always best, but it's not always perfect. So formula is all right as well if that's the route you choose to go. You can also pump and put the milk in the freezer. You can freeze your breast milk for 3 weeks. I wouldn't suggest freezing it any longer than that. I'm sure some have successfully, but I just wouldn't. And then if somebody takes care of the baby, they have a way to feed your baby breast milk as well. So you can pump, feed from the bottle, or you can just straight out nurse, which is obviously the easiest way to go, and that's the way that I went. But when somebody else takes care of your child, you want to be sure and have a couple binkies, okay? The safety ear swabs that keep the swabs from going into the baby's ear all the way. You can see that there. And the Oragel, the baby Oragel for when they start teething. A couple of extra nipples. They have teething tablets, but I think you're better off with the Oragel and some of the baby liquid drops of Tylenol. And here they have saline drops for the nose if they get a cold or they start getting like the green snotting sinus thing going. Just use some saline drops. They sell that here at the dollar store as well. They have, this is my favorite, they have the pedialyte drops for fever. And some kids, my daughter wouldn't swallow a pill up to almost 18 years old, so we still use this on her. Or the chewables. But these are the liquid drops, and it comes in the Pedialyte or Motrin, and they're dye-free, and they're very flavored. There's other kits that you can put in the grandma or grandpa's diaper bag. And you can also use the Dollar General version of the diaper rush ointment if you want to save like $1.25. I do not suggest baby powders on your baby because that actually gets into their lungs and that's not good for them. But anyway, this is Chef and Builder Janie Pendleton, Grandma, soon to be Grandma Pendleton, and this is me putting together my emergency diaper bag kit for the baby. Now we're going to go to my husband and we're going to ask him some questions about this. Okay, so John, why don't you tell us a little bit about some of the best products that are on here on the market. This is my husband, Dr. John Pendleton, by the way.
Not a bad idea to have acetaminophen in some form. If they have a high temperature, you can alternate the giving of acetaminophen with Motrin.
Okay.
Basically anti-fever, but this also helps with inflammation.
Okay.
If you choose to have like a drink or a Pedialyte, you can also make this with a formula where you put a little bit of salt, sugar, and different fruit mixes for the child. It can
So
be just as well.
so like a child juice and a little bit of salt, you say?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And add that, maybe water it down, maybe with a little bit of water.
No, you don't have to. You can add a little salt, a little sugar, and that'll give you basically the same thing.
If it's apple juice, do they need the sugar?
Well, not necessarily. You flavor it to taste.
Okay.
Or you can use, some sort of Kool-Aid would be fine too.
Okay, and that's making the Pedialyte at home, so to speak. So you don't have to come here and pay, $4 for this bottle. You can make it at home for much less and not worry about having this big bottle that's been open now.
But Kool-Aid, a little salt, and a little sugar. We'll put the formula here on the page for you.
All right, we're back, and we hope that these tips have helped you. Is there anything else up here that you can think of, like the type of thermometer? You want to talk about the type of thermometer that you feel that the baby
these
needs?
You have to put in the mouth or in the bottom, and it's just as effective to have a tympanic thermometer that you just put on the side of the head that measures the temperature. You get one for the.
Oh, that's a lot more comfortable for the baby and the parent, because we used to have to do it up the butt, and then we'd have to add a degree. Or you took off a degree. I don't remember even how that works anymore, but...
Well, it's generally a degree or so higher.
Okay.
And
it's dangerous because you're working with glass thermometers, you're working with and that was when our kids were small, but now they have all the digitals.
These are good thermometers, but the one that goes in the ear or the one that is right on the skin are good thermometers. We'll show you a picture of those.
Okay. Okay, cotton balls to hold drops in the ears. And here are just some Dollar General lip balm flavors. That's just the blueberry and raspberry. And I'm going to add that to the cart. That's perfect for baby's lips.
You can make Pedialyte with these. These are $1 a piece versus the $4 for what you'd pay for Pedialyte. There's different flavors and stuff, and we'll give you the formula to make a version of Pedialyte. 90 cents today.
Yeah, 90 cents today. So we got a couple of... All right, we're back from shopping. We've gotten everything. We've discussed it at the Dollar General store, what we needed. We still need to get a tympanic thermometer yet. I think we're going to pick one of those up today, later on tonight when we go back to Walmart. But the battery died in our camera, so we weren't able to film at Walmart. So we ran home and charged batteries. But this is the kit that we have together so far. Like I said, other than the Toponic forehead reading digital thermometer, we've got everything. So let's go ahead and discuss what we ended up purchasing. So what we have here is we have what I labeled the grandma's kit, okay? Now, while we were at Big Lots, I got some new sheets for our bed. So in doing so, I got this really handy dandy plastic container here with a zip top. You know, the kind that the bed sheets and bed linens come in. So I got that, and I'm gonna use that as my clear case. And I can probably sew on or make some sort of a handle for this if you want one. I can maybe even take some of the pillowcase zipper bottoms, and I could probably put those here on the sides. And I could probably, use some fishing line or something, sew a couple of those on. Maybe even a little bit of that sticky Velcro, and I'll have some pockets on the side as well. But basically, for the most part, other than that Toponic thermometer, I got everything in here. All right, so let's start by emptying it all out. And here's one of the pillowcase covers that I had, and I use that. See, it just opens from the top. So this is just about recycling. Okay, so here we are back to our empty sheets container. So the next time you buy sheets and pillowcases, I'm just saying. And here, I want to start off by saying that I made a baby wipes with aloe box out of our toilet tissues, our wet toilet wipes from Great Value. So I just found a way to do that. I put a little bit of extra distilled water in here to keep these extra moist because the baby's not going to be here for a while, and you can see the moisture on here. That's perfect. This has aloe in it, and it's supposed to be scent-free and sensitive-free. This will keep me from getting my migraines, and I won't worry about the baby getting a rash. And you could, like I said, you can make these, and when I get the video for these made on how to make them yourself, I'll put that video right here when it's up. I haven't got it made yet, so either homemade baby wipes with aloe, and I do have the aloe for this. You can just use some 100% aloe vera gel in there along with some other ingredients, and we'll discuss that later. But you do need a container, a leak-proof container like this. Make sure they're extra moist to clean baby, and that's perfect to keep that full and keep that for the baby. There we go. Make sure that's always shut down. And I just made my own little label here, okay? And that's going to go into our container. Okay, so we're just going to sit that down inside of here so it doesn't leak. I'll just sit it up right like that. Got 11 diapers here. Okay. All right, so 11 dollar store diapers. These are just the inexpensive, cheap diapers, and you can even do the cloth diapers with the lining. You can even use this in the lining of the actual cloth diapers. All right, so we're going to sit those down inside of here. Not quite sure. I think I didn't have that in here at the top. Hold on. I think I had these. Like that right there. There we go. That's all I have. Just going to make sure that's got the vent-free style that helps stop the colickiness and the extra gas on the tummy. You can see by the angle. It also has the measurements here and the air release. And this is just a really great bottle. So when mommy's nursing, but she's here, this is a really good bottle to have. So I suggest the Playtex, the Vent Air bottle. So we're gonna have an extra bottle here. Like I said, mommy's nursing, but just in case, grandma might have to babysit, she can bring some of her frozen breast milk over, and we can thaw that in a couple of hours, and we can have something. This is for if the baby comes on an emergency to me. I've got stuff here. They don't have to worry about getting everything in the car every time they visit. All right, a couple of cotton round pads to put on lotions or whatever. You know, they're just a round pad like that right there. All right, that's going to go inside of here. That has all kinds of uses for putting on all kinds of ointments and things like that, Dustine or whatever. A couple of latex-free hand gloves, just in case you're out, and I guess I should roll those the other direction. There we go. A Ziploc baggie to put the dirty diaper in, and I'm going to go ahead and stick my gloves just right in there. Kind of flatten those out. Roll that up. And then I'll have my diaper change gloves right there. Just in case I'm in an environment where I can't wash my hands or something. Or if the baby has a rash. Or just in case something happens. You never know. I've got the baggie for the throwaway diaper. And I have the gloves. And you can put more than one bag in here. That's fine. And you can use a cheaper bag. This is all that I had on hand today to show you. Some Purell hand cleaner with some aloe in it because your hands get dry with a lot of diaper changes. This is just your carry size. Some dusting ointment for baby rashes or what have you. Again, we got the baby wipes. And again, I'm going to show you how to make those here in just a little while. And also, I picked up a couple of these at the dollar store for $1 a pack. They had these Sandy hand wipes packages, and you just pull out one at a time, and that's another good way to wash your hands. And I'll just put those down here. There we go. And this would make a great gift too. So if you're going to a shower, you could put something like this together for a grandparent or somebody, and there we go. Actually, I think I want this more down the side with the dusting ointment. There we go. All right. My kids didn't use binkies, but some people's children do. And if you have a colicky baby or if you're taking care of someone else's baby, it's worth a try. So I suggest 2 really small nippled with the air, so it pulls the air out, binkies. And they also make these so they distribute medicine. So you can also get one of these that also distributes the temperature, their temperature, their internal temperature. It'll have their thermometer reading on here. So there's several different types you can get. And then this right here just clips onto the clothes. So you just have some little clothes clips and that keeps them from losing it. That's a good idea. I got a couple of those and put in there. I got 2 of those. And it never hurts to have the bibs, okay? So I've got 2 bibs in here. Just in case, let's say I'm babysitting and I have to leave or go to the store, or they're hungry or whatever. I've got a way to feed them without getting it all over me and all over their really pretty little outfits. Because Grandma doesn't want to ruin the new outfits that she might have gotten from the little birth, from the gifts of birth. So there you have it. So we got bibs in a bottle. We got plenty of wipes, plenty of things. We got our gloves. Now, I wrote my grandson's name on here. It's going to be Carter Glenn Dieterlin. That's his name. And it's a brush, comb, file, nail clip, toothpaste, and scissor set. I got this at the dollar store. And you can see now we can trim the nails, file them, because we don't want them scratching themselves. And remember, you can always slip a little pair of socks over their hands, or you can get the nightgowns where they fold over the hands and keep them from scratching their little faces. We have a really soft hairbrush here and comb, and we have a little toothbrush, which of course I've seen babies. It's rare, but babies have been born with teeth, so you might want to keep that on hand just in case. And then of course they will use these for themselves when they're playing around, but and just like the little scissors, and it might be easier to use the scissors than it is to use the trimmers. So this is his personal care set, and I got it in the blue because we already know that he's a boy. All right, now in the next piece, and here's that plastic zip cover that we got for the pillowcase that came with our extra pillowcases that I bought with our sheet set. And now I'm going to reuse that as well. Now inside of here, I'm going to get a little bit of Johnson's baby powder just in case they're a little sweaty around the neck or around the buttocks area. You can give them a little powder. I don't use this very often because putting powder on a baby is not good for their lungs. So don't use a lot when you do that. Here in our set also, remember this is that set we got earlier that you saw me put in the cart at the Dollar General store. This is just a baby head to toe wash, which means you can wash their hair, you can wash everything in this. This is a no tears shampoo. And I got the cutest little rim for the top of their head, so when you pour water on their head, it doesn't get into their eyes. I'm gonna show that to you. It's not here yet, but when it gets here, I'm definitely gonna make a film on that. And then here's a Johnson's baby shampoo. So you can use either or, and I love Johnson's the way it smells. And here's Johnson's baby lotion, and I love the smell. Oh, it's got the baby smell. Babies are gonna be in the air soon. Okay, so now here is the baby Orajel for teething. Definitely want to keep that in our little kit. There we go. And then I kept the instructions for it so I'll remember what's in it. In case the baby's allergic to something, I can come back here and look at that. So I went ahead and kept my instructions for the baby Orajel right here. Okay. We have a sample pack of some Destine, and we'll just keep that in here as well. Some Kleenex. You never know when mommy or grandma or papa or somebody's going to need some Kleenex, or daddy. I always keep Kleenexes with me wherever I go. And some extra of the pads. Now the nice thing about this kit is it will fit just a single diaper and some small package of wipes. This would make a great just fit in your purse kit. Without having to take this whole thing here along, you could just slip this down inside of a larger purse. And you would have the basics of what you need. A diaper or two and some cleanup things. And then here we just have some cotton balls, and I got the extra large fluffy cotton balls. We'll stick that down in here. We got the Q-tips that, if you can see the ends here, see that? They don't go all the way into the baby's ears, and that's great for baby. Super duper for baby. Remember, I always have plenty of hand cleaner, so if you have older kids with you when you have a baby, then this is great for the older kids as well. It's got little Thomas Train on there. But this was like 50 cents at the dollar store. So I got 2 of them. And you only have to keep 1 in here, you don't have to do 2. And then for baby's lips, and again, you only needed 1 of these, you don't need 2 of these, but for baby's lips, I got that package of lip balm. 1 can be for baby, 1 can be for mommy and daddy. But that's nice to have because babies, and especially in the winter and in the heat of the summer, they do get chapped lips. Remember, their lips are wet a lot because they're always drooling. So my kids always had really bad chapped lips. So that's something that you can put on them. And they don't mind the flavor. And so there you go. There's the inside slip there. And what I'm going to do with this one is I'm just going to sit it inside of this one just like that. And to close the lid. And here you have it. You have the grandmother, grandfather's, mommy, daddy's kit, whatever, emergency kit. And this is something that I made from me and John because, and like I said, I'm going to put a thermometer in here, and there's probably a few more items I might be missing. If you can think of anything else you think I might need, write me below. I got a couple of t-shirts that I've ordered that will go in here, some sleepers, some t-shirts, some socks, and a few other little items that they might need. My kids were all born with really long hair, except for Jasmine, so I'll probably put maybe a little barrette or like a little headband or something in here as well. But if you can think of anything else that you think I'm missing, then honey, you tell me, because it's been, well, 21 years. So it's been 21 years since I've had a newborn in the house. So, you know, you don't forget everything. It's kind of like riding a bike, but it's been a while since we've had a baby in the house. So I'm pretty excited. Between John and I, we have 8 children. So I've had people ask me that, and that's how many children that we have. We have 8 between us. So, and I just labeled this Grandma's kit. All right, so there you go. I hope this helped you. Hope this helped you learn to do a little bit of recycling. And I'm going to put this in a little corner somewhere, so when the baby shows up or they show up and they've forgotten something in their kit, or let's say the baby's got the poopies and they run out of diapers or a bottle or formula, or they need a bib because they forgot something, I've got it all right here, okay? I've got it right here. My grandma kit. You need one of these. These things great. It's absolutely great. And look, it just sits up right, just like that. I need a little handle on it. And look, I can just open this right up like this. And I can slip this one in my purse and go. That way I don't have to have a whole diaper bag if I don't need it. Like I said, this is emergency. And this can slip right down inside of a diaper bag as well. And this can help keep your diaper bag clean and dry. So just some ideas of how to reuse, you know, the sheet linen bag that your sheets came in. So if you like this video, be sure and share it. Hit that like button and give me the thumbs up. And let me know that you want to, leave me a comment below. Let me know some of the things, more things that I'm doing that you want to see. Or if there's something you want me to make. If there's something you want me to cook or to can. Just let me know, okay? Because I'm listening and we're doing it. This is Chef and Builder Janie Pendleton. Blessings.